Hi. Well, I've got myself a little confused because I had not realized that we were at a rather significant point in these sonnets. We just passed the halfway mark. There are still 74 to go. But not only are we at the halfway mark, we are at the point of Sonnet 80. And that has special meaning for me because tomorrow I am 80. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you will do the same tomorrow, and I will try and make the sonnet as cheerful and birthday-like as possible. Here we go. Sonnet 80. You see, I was going to read 81. Mistake. Oh, how I faint when I of you doth write, knowing a better spirit doth use your name, and in the praise thereof spends all his might to make me tongue-tied, speaking of your fame. But since your worth wide as the ocean is, the humble as the proudest sail doth bear, my saucy bark, inferior far to his, on your broad main doth wilfully appear. Your shallowest help will hold me up afloat, whilst he upon your soundless deep doth ride, or being racked I am a worthless boat, he of tall building and of goodly pride. Then, if he thrive and I be cast away, the worst was this: my love was my decay. Thanks very much. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow.
Shakespeare's Sonnet 81. Or I shall live your epitaph to make, or you survive when I in earth am rotten. From hence your memory death cannot take, although in me each part will be forgotten. Your name from hence immortal life shall have, though I, once gone to all the world, must die. The earth can yield me but a common grave, when you, entombed in men's eyes, shall lie. Your monument shall be my gentle verse, which eyes not yet created shall all read, and tongues to be your being shall rehearse, when all the breathers of this world are dead. You still shall live, such virtue has my pen, where breath most breathes, even in the mouths of men. And a very happy birthday, dear Patrick. Lots of love. Ian.
Hi. Well, yesterday we had a guest sonneteer in the shape of the wonderful Sir Ian McKellen. It was unpredictable, and I was thrilled that you got a chance to see Ian working. And I am considering maybe inviting other friends, other guests, to give their version of a sonnet. We'll see down the road maybe, but thank you, Ian, for doing 81. And here we are with 82. Tricky. I grant thou wert not married to my muse, and therefore mayst without attaint o'erlook the dedicated words which writers use of their fair subject, blessing every book. Thou art as fair in knowledge as in hue, finding thy worth a limit past my praise, and therefore art enforced to seek anew some fresher stamp of the time-bettering days. And do so, love. Yet, when they have devised what strained touches rhetoric can lend, thou, truly fair, wert truly sympathized in true, plain words by thy true-telling friend. And there gross painting might be better used where cheeks need blood. In thee it is abused. Little dark, that one, I think. See you tomorrow. Hi, and here we are, Sonnet 83. And this is really hard. I think I would say it's the hardest so far. So, have a go yourself. I'm sure you can do better than I will do. I never saw that you did painting need, and therefore to your fair no painting set. I found, or thought I found, you did exceed the barren tender of a poet's debt. And therefore have I slept in your report that you yourself, being extant, well might show how far a modern quill doth come too short. Speaking of worth, what worth in you doth grow? This silence for my sin you did impute, which shall be most my glory, being dumb, for I impair not beauty, being mute, when others would give life and bring a tomb. Their lives more life in one. I was still thinking about the previous line and then read the wrong thing in the line. No, that line 12, and I'll go back to I'm going back to line 9 because I did a wrong emphasis. This silence for my sin you did impute, which shall be most my glory, being dumb. For I impair not beauty, being mute. When others would give life, when others would give life and bring a tomb. 2 more lines. There lives more life in one of your fair eyes than both your poets can in praise devise. He's angry. He's really pissed off. Anyway, see you in 84 tomorrow. Hi. Well, 84 is waiting for us. Who is it that says most, which can say more than this rich praise, that you alone are you, in whose confine immured is the store, which should example where your equal grew? Lean penury within that pen doth dwell, that to his subject lends not some small glory, but he that writes of you, if he can tell that you are you, so dignifies his story. Let him but copy what in you is writ, not making worse what nature made so clear. And such a counterpart shall fame his wit, making his style admired everywhere. You to your beauteous blessings add a curse, being fond on praise, which makes your praises worse. It's not very nice, that one, is it? Maybe better down the road. See you tomorrow. Well, Sonnet 85, and this one is really hard. So, you be the judge. 85. My tongue-tied muse in manners holds her still, while comments of your praise, richly compiled, reserve their character with golden quill, and precious phrase by all the muses filled. I'm going to start again, because I mispronounced that last word. It's not filled, it's filed. My tongue-tied muse in manners holds her still, while comments of your praise, richly compiled, reserve their character with golden quill and precious phrase by all the muses filed. I think good thoughts, while other write good words, and like unlettered clerk still cry, Amen, to every hymn that able spirit affords, in polished form of well-refined pen. Hearing you praised, I say, 'tis so, 'tis true, and to the most of praise add something more. But that is in my thought, whose love to you, though words come hindmost, holds his rank before. Then others for the breath of words respect, me for my dumb thoughts, speaking in effect. Sonnet 85. Hi. Beautiful late afternoon sunshine in Southern California. I wonder if Shakespeare ever experienced anything like this. Must have done. Maybe not so many palm trees, but warmth. Sonnet 86. Was it the proud full sail of his great verse, bound for the price of all too precious you, that did my ripe thoughts in my brain inhearse, making their tomb the womb wherein they grew? Was it his spirit, by spirits taught to write, above a mortal pitch that struck me dead? No, neither he, nor his compeers by night giving him aid, my verse astonished. He, nor that affable familiar ghost which nightly gulls him with intelligence, as victors of my silence cannot boast. I was not sick of any fear from thence. But when your countenance filled up his line, then lacked I matter, that enfeebled mine. Back to the sunshine.
Quick question.
Yes,
What's a compeer?
a compeer is a companion, an associate.
Huh. How's it spelled?
C-O-M-P-E-E-R-S, compeers.
Thank you.
Hi. Well, there's something a little special about today's sonnet, because I'm dedicating it to Sorrel and Paul Kowalski, who were married 1 year ago today. I hope the content of this sonnet does not prove to be your story. It's a beauty. Farewell. Thou art too dear for my possessing, and like enough thou knowest thy estimate. The charter of thy worth gives thee releasing. My bonds in thee are all determinate. For how do I hold thee but by thy granting? And for that riches, where is my deserving? The cause of this fair gift in me is wanting, and so my patent back again is swerving. Thyself thou gavest, thine own worth then not knowing, or me, to whom thou gavest it, else mistaking. So thy great gift, upon misprision growing, comes home again on better judgment making. Thus have I had thee, as a dream doth flatter. In sleep a king, but waking no such matter. Good luck, Paul and Sorrel.
Well, we have this afternoon 3 sonnets that are linked, but I'm not going to do all 3 together. I'll do the first one this afternoon, but tomorrow I'm going to tie the next 2 together because they connect so strongly. It's not that I'm trying to get through this quickly or anything like that, trying to dump you. No, not remotely. So, Sonnet 88. When thou shalt be deposed to set me light, and place my merit in the eye of scorn, upon thy side against myself I'll fight, and prove thee virtuous, though thou art forsworn. With mine own weakness being best acquainted, upon thy part I can set down a story of faults concealed, wherein I am attainted, that thou, in losing me, shall win much glory. And I by this will be a gainer too, for bending all my loving thoughts on thee, the injuries that to myself I do, doing thee vantage, double vantage me. Such is my love, to thee I so belong, that for thy right myself will bear all wrong. I like that sonnet. Sounds very contemporary, but it's not. It's 400 years old. See you tomorrow.
Hi. As promised yesterday, I'm going to do 2 sonnets now back to back, 89 and the wonderful Sonnet 90. It's one of my very, very favorites. So, here we go. Sonnet 89 and 90. Say that thou didst forsake me for some fault, and I will comment upon that offence. Speak of my lameness, and I straight will halt, against thy reasons making no defence. Thou canst not, love, disgrace me half so ill, to set a form upon desired change, as I'll myself disgrace, knowing thy will. I will acquaintance strangle and look strange, be absent from thy walks, and in my tongue thy sweet beloved name no more shall dwell, lest I, too much profane, should do it wrong, and haply of our old acquaintance tell. For thee, against myself,
I'll vow debate, for I must ne'er love him whom thou dost hate. '90. Then hate me when thou wilt, if ever now. Now, while the world is bent my deeds to cross, join with the spite of fortune, make me bow, and do not drop in for an after loss. Ah, do not, when my heart hath scaped this sorrow, come in the rearward of a conquered woe. Give not a windy night, a rainy morrow, to linger out a purposed overthrow. If thou wilt leave me, do not leave me last, when other petty griefs have done their spite, but in the onset come. So shall I taste at first the very worst of fortune's might, and other strains of woe, which now seem woe, compared to loss of thee, will not seem so. Thank you.